Hello everyone, it's Robinson guy. Welcome back to another video. Man, so ARK, they're coming back and they're basically loading up as much as they can with Palantir, and they're actually loading up a lot of other shares as well. But we're gonna focus on Palantir in this video. So yeah, ARK they bought 3.3 million shares today, which was kind of crazy. So they kind of bought some shares here and some shares there in two different funds that they have, and we'll do like a deep dive in a second. But yeah, and it's kind of funny because in my last video I was just talking about how they sold some shares, and I was telling you guys that like yeah they sold some shares, but I think it's part of like their normal process. They always sell some shares, always buy some shares. They do different weight distributions and stuff like that, and then if a stock rises too much, and they're kind of forced to sell. So they're always kind of like jumping up and down with shares, but overall they've been consistently buying overall than selling, especially with Palantir. And so I think overall it's good news. So let's do a deep dive of the funds where they actually bought and how much shares they have and how much money they have in total invested and stuff like that. Okay, so real quick, again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment purposes, and I'm just giving you guys the news the way I see it. I'll even show you guys the articles on my right side, just showing you guys exactly where I pull my information from. And again, just be careful. In my last video, I was telling you guys to be careful last time as well, and especially if you're doing margin, be very careful. And I hope you guys don't lose too much money, especially now with the whole stock market kind of taking a turn. We had a nice kind of clean bull run for like almost a year now, and now it's a little bit shaky and possibly might start turning around or flatlining. Who knows? But just be careful, and let's get into the video. All right, so for those of you guys that don't know who ARK is or who Cathie Wood is, basically Cathie Wood, she's kind of like a celebrity in a way, and I think she has like somewhat of a cult following, kind of like Elon Musk, where kind of everything she touches turns into gold somehow. So like she was a early investor, a huge early investor with Tesla when it first started coming around, and I remember everyone was saying that she's kind of crazy because she had like huge price targets of like thousands of dollars back when Tesla was like barely 200 or something. So now a lot of people kind of like listen to her, and especially the retail investors kind of praise her. They call her like mommy and stuff like that, and they're like, yeah, mom bought shares and stuff like that. So she's basically the CEO and the CIO of ARK, and ARK is it's basically a fund that she manages, and it does really well. It actually has better returns, better than the S&P 500 and so on. So yeah, it's good that she's focusing on Palantir, and she sees Palantir being great in the future. So if you're doing long-term investing, then I think you're in a good spot with Palantir. And Palantir has a lot of good technology and stuff like that. But anyway, so let's just do a deep dive into her funds. So the first fund that we're going to look at is the ARKW fund, and so as you can see here, I'm basically like scrolling into the ARKW. So there's different positions or underlying stocks within this fund, that's compared to the next fund that we're going to talk about. But in this one, basically she has almost 5 million shares of Palantir with this one. So it's around 117 million dollars invested into Palantir just within this fund alone, and she's been consistently buying for weeks now, Palantir. So I know when she first started buying, it was kind of like an average of 12,000 a day, and then this one time she bought almost like 500,000 shares, and then that caused the stock to go up a lot. And then last week, I think, or last week or last 2 weeks, she's been buying a lot of shares, like in the millions of shares, and she did again today. So I think she's like constantly buying the dip, and that to me is like a good indicator where if she's putting a lot of money into Palantir during these times, that to me means that she thinks that it's undervalued, and she definitely is taking full advantage of like this sell-off that's going on right now. So anyways, as you can see, it's almost 5 million shares that she has, and about $117 million invested within this fund. Okay, so let's take a look at the next fund. So the good thing is that she recently started buying Palantir into her ARKK fund, and ARKK is the innovative fund. So to me, ARKK is kind of like her most prestigious fund in a way. It's the innovative is the one that I feel like will have the biggest returns and stuff like that. So whichever stocks that are in here, I think those are like kind of like the good picks. So it's good that Palantir recently has made it into this ARKK fund. And as you can see, she basically has a little bit over 7.5 million shares of Palantir here. So she's been buying more and more into this fund versus the other fund, the ARKW. So first started with ARKW, pronounced in ARKK. And she has around, as you can see, 183 million shares, sorry, $183 million invested in this fund. So in total, it's almost like $300 million basically. And in my last video, even though I was telling you guys that, yeah, she did sell some shares, she still has more money from the previous week. So last time she had around $246 million invested. So today, in total, she has around $300 million invested. So she's increasing her position and increasing how much money she's investing in Palantir. So overall, I think it's good news. And yeah, so if you're watching this and you like this video, make sure you give a like for now, and I'll really appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already done so. So I cover Palantir a lot, but I'm gonna start covering other stocks as well, especially the stocks that I think, because there's a lot of good stocks that are kind of undervalued right now, kind of like for example, CRM, Salesforce is, I think it's one that I want to go over. It's definitely one of my favorite as well, favorite blue chips. So yeah, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already done so. And for those of you guys that have been following me, I've had to, unfortunately, like I feel your pain, trust me. Like I know a lot of us has seen Palantir go down. It's gone down, like even today it was going down. It hit to 22 and stuff, and over the past week it was 18% down. And even the past month, because I've been in Palantir for a while, and it's gone down like 33% this past month, and even more from its all-time high. So trust me guys, I feel your pain, fellow Palantirians. And but unfortunately I had to pull out of everything because one, tax season is coming, and I have a lot of taxes, because not just because of like the stocks and stuff, but I actually make good enough money and stuff with other investments and my work and all that stuff. So I have that to worry about. And if you've been following me, you know that I recently moved not that long ago. So I actually am still trying to sell my last house, and man, there's a lot of expenses when you're selling a house. Just yeah, it's a lot of expenses, because you want to get it like prepped and everything, to sell. So yeah, so it's a lot of expenses that I have so far coming up. So a little bit jealous right now that I have to pull out, and I'm not really investing. So the money that I've had here, it's basically been my play around money. So play around with stocks and also use it in case of like crazy expenses that had to come up and other stuff. But mostly I have most of my money in like 401k and other stuff like that. So I'm still investing, obviously, and I'm focusing on buying more houses and stuff. So I had to pull out for now because I have taxes and stuff, and then I don't really know exactly how much I'm gonna owe yet. So I gotta watch out for that. And I had to buy a bunch of stuff for this new house that I bought. So yeah. Anyway, so if you like this video, again, make sure you give a like. I'll appreciate it, and make sure you subscribe. I'll be doing more videos. Obviously, I'll focus more on news type of videos, so showing you guys like whatever the news is that I see, and any articles and stuff like that. I'll definitely post them right here. And I'll also focus more on creating videos of like how-to videos. I know I've had a lot of questions on like how to do margin and stuff, like basic stuff, like how to do margin on Robinhood, and how to do calls and puts, and very basic stuff like that. And so I'm definitely planning on making those videos. I just haven't had the time yet, and I've been busy with other stuff. So definitely I'll work on that. And yeah, so that's pretty much it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.